So the cosplay president, cosplay Christian, decided to cosplay as a doctor the other day and say that Tylenol causes autism. In 1911, a Swiss psychiatrist called Eugen Bleuler described autism in a roundabout way. In 1943, it was officially designated as a condition. Even in the 1800s, there were people that were studied that had symptoms that reflected autism, but it wasn't officially a term back then. It wasn't a diagnosis. 1955 is when Tylenol was invented. So how in the fuck did Tylenol cause autism? It wasn't invented. Let's listen to this dumbass talk about what it is.
The use of well, let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol. During pregnancy can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good.
Maybe you should just stick to what you do, is to be a white supremacist, because that seems to be what you're good at. Maybe you could just continue being a shitty husband and a shitty father and just a shitty human being. That seems to be what you're good at, is lying, racism, xenophobia, misogyny, more lying, more corruption, trying to steal elections, insulting black people. That seems to be all you're good at. So why don't you just focus on being a shitty person? Oh, yes, that's right. Let's look back at his diagnosis during COVID.
So supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting.
We'll get the right folks who could.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number in the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
Do you know what happens when you put UV light inside the body? You get massive DNA damage. Your cells will die, and your immune system will suppress itself. You'll basically kill people. But this dumbass has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. And it doesn't really matter to his concepts of brain base, because they don't care about reality and morality. They care about one thing, that he's a white man. And I'm going to keep saying this quote because it's important, because this is why his dumbass base is okay with this stupidity and these lies. Lyndon B. Johnson, if you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give somebody to look down on and he'll empty his pocket for you. In 2024, this country went to the polling booth and said, who? Vice President Harris, finished at the top of her class, a lawyer, a DA, served in all branches of the government, wants to have universal health care, wants to tax rich people, wants to help people from college loans, wants to help with child tax credits, raise minimum wage. I don't know. Or I have this guy, an adjudicated rapist, a convicted felon, the guy that cheats on his wife with a porn star while she's at home with her 2-week-old son, who has dinner with white supremacists in his house, who acts for the execution of the Central Park Five, who makes fun of disabled people, who goes into teenage girl locker rooms and watches them naked as underage minors. I don't know. This is really hard. Damn, what do I do? Jesus, please show me the way. Oh, my religion tells me to vote for the adjudicated rapist because that aligns with traditional family values, i.e. white America. And once again, my friends, all roads lead back to one thing: white supremacy. Have a good day.